This is for Ariel Ecton.
Congratulations, and welcome to this once-in-a-lifetime gathering.
Moretti requires that everyone be shaven.
Future times, all times, really.
Is this not alarming to you?
What if Opus' biggest twist wasn't in the script, but hidden in a single frame? Today, we're exposing the secret even the director tried to bury. The movie begins with Ariel, a passionate young journalist working at a media house. She dreams of becoming a renowned writer, but her career is at a standstill due to a lack of sensational stories. Her magazine is struggling, and readers are losing interest. That changes when a shocking headline drops. Alfred Moretti, a famous pop star from the 1990s, comes out of retirement and announces a new album. The news spreads like wildfire. Moretti invites only 6 guests to his private compound to listen to the unreleased album before its public launch. Among the selected guests are Ariel, her boss, a talk show host, a social media influencer, a celebrity paparazzo, and a legendary radio jockey, RJ. Upon arrival at the remote compound, the atmosphere feels luxurious and relaxed. However, their phones and laptops are confiscated under the pretense of maintaining a tech-free environment, with promises that the devices will be returned later. Ariel begins feeling uneasy as the party starts. Soon, a disturbing revelation unfolds. Moretti is the leader of a mysterious cult, and everyone in the compound, except the 6 inmates, is a member. These cultists, calling themselves levelists, wear identical uniforms and behave oddly. Ariel senses something deeply wrong and starts investigating. Despite the spa-like setting and over-the-top luxury, things take a sinister turn when the RJ, who is enjoying a massage, is killed off-screen by a strange machine. This confirms Ariel's suspicion that the cult is far from harmless. The next day, bodyguards begin shadowing the remaining guests, causing further discomfort, especially for Ariel. During a jog, Ariel sees Moretti getting a portrait painted and decides to confront him. She asks about his cult's beliefs. In response, Moretti shows her a man obsessively opening oysters to find pearls, injuring himself in the process. He explains that the lesson is spiritual. Not all things are equal, and true value is rare. Ariel is confused by this cryptic philosophy. The following morning, levelists visit Ariel to groom her. One of them asks if she has done her personal cleaning, a rule that applies to all genders in the cult. Though disturbed, Ariel complies and is escorted to another private party, where only the 6 guests are present. During Moretti's childish dance performance, the influencer begins coughing uncontrollably and collapses. Strangely, Moretti doesn't help her, but instead takes the group outside, saying she'll be looked after. Outside, Moretti shares more about the cult's ideology, that anyone who creates something new becomes equivalent to God in their eyes. Ariel seizes the moment to suggest writing a story about the cult to her boss, hoping it could save their magazine. But her boss isn't interested. Just then, a child accidentally shoots an arrow that hits Ariel's boss. The child calmly apologizes, claiming it was a training accident, but Ariel is disturbed by his emotionless demeanor. That evening, Ariel voices her fears to the others, pointing out how they're being monitored, cut off from the outside world, and possibly recorded. However, the others dismiss her concerns. Determined to escape, Ariel sneaks out the next morning. She discovers a hidden bar-like area filled with animal remains, severed parts, and ritualistic symbols. There, she finds their phones and laptops in a basket, and horrifyingly, the corpse of the RJ. Terrified, Ariel rushes back to her room, packs her belongings, and confronts Moretti, demanding to leave. When asked about the RJ and the influencer, Moretti's assistant claims both are fine. He insists that Ariel stay just a little longer to watch a children's puppet show. A little girl even begs her to stay, and Ariel reluctantly agrees. The puppet show begins with 6 grotesque puppet rats symbolizing the 6 guests. Ariel is creeped out but hides her reaction. Suddenly, the bean bag she's sitting on begins to move, and to her horror, the influencer, now mutated with swollen eyes and tongue, emerges. Ariel demands an explanation. Moretti nonchalantly says the influencer drank a chemical that causes bodily swelling. He touches her eye, which bursts grotesquely, splashing him with fluid. Now, the others realize Ariel was right. They attempt to escape, but are stopped by the levelists, who stab Ariel's boss and another guest to death. Ariel breaks free and hides in a building, which turns out to be a levelist museum. There, she sees the RJ's severed head and the same chemical used on the influencer. She also discovers preparations for a new party, indicating more sacrifices are planned. Before she can escape, a guard finds and knocks her unconscious. When she wakes up, Ariel is tied to a chair next to another survivor. The levelists and Moretti gather to celebrate with poison champagne. As one levelist girl pretends to give Ariel a drink, she secretly loosens her ropes. A fire accidentally starts during the chaos, catching Moretti's clothes on fire. Ariel uses the opportunity to escape, finds a bike, and flees the compound. The next morning, she returns with the police. Shockingly, Moretti is calmly playing the piano, surrounded by the corpses of the other guests. All the other levelists have vanished. The police arrest Moretti for murder. 2 years later, Ariel has become a best-selling author after publishing a novel that exposes the cult. During an interview, she receives a message from Moretti's lawyer requesting a meeting. Curious and still seeking answers, she visits Moretti in prison. He claims he killed the others for criticizing art, as artists are gods in their belief system. When Ariel asks where the remaining cultists are, he cryptically says they're now embedded among the public, spreading their philosophy. Moretti thanks Ariel and reveals her book, saying she helped spread their message worldwide. Ariel realizes she has been manipulated from the beginning. Moretti had orchestrated everything, from her invitation to the compound to the deaths, to her escape, so she would write about the cult and publicize their beliefs globally. Devastated by this revelation, Ariel is left in shock as the film ends, haunted by the knowledge that she had unknowingly become the cult's ultimate messenger, Opus. The biggest twist isn't in the dialogue. It's hidden in a single frame. A photo briefly flashes, showing Ariel and Moretti together long before the story begins. This changes everything. Was Ariel part of the cult all along? Was her escape planned? That one hidden frame reveals Opus was never about survival. It was about spreading the cult's message through her. So, genius twist or total nonsense? Fight it out below. And if you spotted a detail we missed, drop it in the comments. Prove us wrong. Be subscribed to enjoy more movies. Our next recap will blow your skirt up.